So if you're like me and you have one of those paddle boards that are inflatable and you need a quicker way to inflate it rather than use the little hand pump that they give you that gives you the nice workout on the beach before you can get paddle boarding, we have this air pump. This plugs into your 12-volt supply on your car to pump those rafts up much quicker, and you can use it on the paddle boards, but also on regular rafts and beach balls and things as well. So let's go ahead, open this up, see what we're gonna get, and then we're gonna test it out on the paddleboard. All right, so here it is. This is how it comes. You can see it's 12-volt supply from your vehicle, auto shut off, LED emergency light, inflates it fast for you, and it has a digital display so you know how much pressure you have. Now this will not work for a car tire. This is just for inflatables that you use for swimming and balls and things like that. So you have a carrying case, you have the actual pump itself, which is a nice bright yellow. You have a bunch of different nozzles, we'll go through those, and you have the actual inflation hose as well. Now, to take a quick look at these nozzles, I can never get those Ziploc bags undone, but you have a large mouth for the larger paddle boards and such. You have one that can go in and twist and lock on. You have one for regular rafts. You have one for regular rafts, the ones that have the large ports. You have a larger twist lock. And then you have the one with the little pointer for the rafts that have the little safety flap inside to keep the air from coming back out. Very cool. And they give you a spare O-ring because you do have O-rings inside here and here as well. To set this up, you actually have inflate and deflate, and you have your light. We're going to be doing the inflate first. We will test both functions. And the way this does is you just push it on, you twist it and it locks on. And then we're going to be using the large inlet right here. So that'll just twist and lock like so. And we're ready to start inflating. All we have to do is get our paddleboard out, use our super long cord. Let's see how long this cord is. This is going to be it's about a 10-foot cord. So very cool, plenty of room. Let's get the paddleboard out and blow it up. Okay, so here we are, we're getting all set up. Instead of using the car, I'm going to use this little portable power station. I'm just going to plug our air pump right into here. So if you have one of these, you can use these. You don't have to use the car. But first we need to get the paddleboard out. Oh, this thing needs to be cleaned off anyway. Got sand on it for days from our last trip. Now I know, because this is our paddleboard of course, that it takes 12.5 psi, so that's what we're going to be setting our pump up for. And insert our nozzle, lock it in. Now we're going to take our hose, we're going to insert it and lock it in, just like so. We now have our display lit up. I know it's really sunny and it's hard to see, but we're going to set it to 12.5, then we're going to hit the power button. Let's see how fast it fills up our paddleboard. Alright, so we started at 333. It took about 8 minutes to fill this thing up, which is pretty amazing because when we did it with this pump that comes with a lot of these, it took us about 25 minutes and we were quite exhausted by the time we got finished. We were tired before we even got paddleboarding, so works very well as you can see. Now what we're going to do is, we're going to deflate the raft and see how long it takes it to deflate it. You know, like I know, we're going to do this like you would do it if you were on the beach. Rather than sit here and torture the pump and make it suck this all the way down. You know, on these paddle boards they have a button here. We're going to push this button and that's going to let out a bulk of the air. And then once the air stops coming out on its own, then we're going to hook this pump to suck it all the way down to make it nice and foldable. That's good enough. Connect it back up. Let's see how long it takes. 343. I got distracted and I ran off while this thing was pumping. So you saw what time it went flat. It only took probably like 4 or 5 minutes, just enough time for one more frosty beverage before you head to the house. So a very nice little pump indeed. We'll disconnect the hose and this thing's ready to fold up and take home. So you can see this works very fast. It's going to make your beach life so much easier. This button over here is for the light, so if you do need a light because you're airing up at night, you just hit that and turn your light on, or then you have the SOS mode, then you have the strobe, and then you have off. And this is actually going to go in the bag with this because this is the perfect device for your paddle boards and your beach inflatables. I hope this video helps, and thanks for watching.